Simple. Cast the spells. Hi guys and welcome back to a new episode. Today we will be looking at Hinata Dawn Crown. So it's a pretty simple deck really. It makes your spells cost 1 less to cast for each target and your opponent's spells cost 1 more to cast for each target. Put that on top of a 4/4 body with flying and trample. You got yourself a pretty crazy synergy engine. The craziest thing you can probably do with Hinata at the moment is Magma Opus, and that's just due to how many targets there are. So 8 mana spell, you can pay 2 to discard it to create a treasure, which is nice early game to get a bit of ramp, but the main deal here is you get to target 4 damage divided as you choose almost any number of targets, so that's minus 4 mana. Tap 2 permanents, that's minus 6 mana, and you can create a 4/4 blue and red elemental creature and then draw 2 cards. So you can basically cast this spell for free. Well, not for free, but for 2 mana, which is pretty awesome. So essentially, the way you want to build this deck is you want to find as many spells that target with X costs in them as possible. So you've got Shatter, Skull Smashing, which deals X damage as you choose, amongst up to 2 target creatures and/or planeswalkers. If X is 6 or more, it does twice that much damage to those instead. Finale of Promise. You can cast up to 1 instant and/or sorcery from your graveyard, each with mana cost X or less without paying the mana cost. If a spell's cast this way, would put in the graveyard to exile instead. If X is 10 or more, you can copy each of those spells twice. That's pretty crazy. And you can choose new targets for the copy. You've got Crackle Power, which is insane. It does triple X and red for the casting cost. It deals 5 times X damage each of up to X targets. So yeah, pretty crazy. That maths can get pretty insane. By Force destroys X artifacts. And you've also got Heliod's Intervention, which can destroy X artifacts and/or enchantments. And then we've got a new addition from the old Dynasty, which is March of Swelling Mist, which you can use to make X target creatures phase out, and you can make the spell cheaper by exiling blue cards in your hand. So yeah, pretty simple. Lots of big spells. The curve does look a bit skewed because it's quite a lot of 4 to 6 drops onwards. But we do have quite a bit of protection early on as well. We've got stuff like Linvala and Dive Down, which can give your Hinata Hexproof. I almost called him Hinata then, which is the pun with the VV Hinata Pinata game. I don't know if you ever played that years ago on the Xbox. But yeah, if you like the look of the list, don't forget to drop me a like and sub. If you want to see more content like this, I will have a post-game review at the end, so stick around for that. But let's get into some games. Sweet, so we go first against Yarok. Starting hand is pretty awesome as well. Stone Rain should be able to slow them down a bit, unless they ramp, and then we'll be at parity at that point, depending on what spell they've used. Opponent mulls to 6, so it gives us a bit of a chance. And yeah, Arcane Signet is quite cool on turn 2. Definitely want to be able to do that, and we can do that with the planes. Gilded Goose, right, okay. So they're definitely going to be able to do some ramping before we have anything to do with that. River's Rebuke could be good later on to bounce all their double ETB stuff. Risen Reef. Oof. Yeah, that's definitely a good card. No land though. So yeah, let's Stone Rain the Watery Grave. Hardcore mode unfortunately here. So they still have 1 to 2 mana this turn. Let's see what they can do now. We may have completely screwed them over. But yeah, playing a deck like Hinata will get you a lot of stronger opponents just because of the nature of the card. I think it's pretty damn strong. Lorehold Command, so this could be nice as well. But I think for now we'll go for the Hinata. And then just fingers crossed they don't have removal for it. If they do, we could get some revenge with the Lorehold Command and kill Gilded Goose or maybe the Risen Reef, depending on what is more annoying at the time. Looks like they might have a removal spell. Cultivate. Okay, so they're just going to ramp up. So it looks like they're going to have some decent amount of... Oh, Wrath of God. This could be useful after our stuff has been destroyed. But what should I really do now? Could Lorehold command the Risen Reef? So let's do that. and we can sack a land afterwards. And then just to draw some cards, just to try and keep up with their card advantage. And I think we'll go for Caesar Spoils here. And I think we can discard the Faithless Looting just because we can use that from the graveyard either way. Cool. So it's a fairly decent bit of sequencing there. We can just River's Rebuke whatever they do this turn. If it's just going to be the general Putrefy. Okay, that's fine. So in that case, we probably shouldn't do anything until they get some more creatures out. So for now, we'll go for the Faithless Looting. And we can discard the Frostboil Snarl. And even the Lightning Helix. I think the Deafening Clarion is going to get more targets. And yeah, like I said, I don't really want to cast anything per se. Maybe, oh no, I don't really want to go for the Smouldering Egg and then Wrath of God afterwards. That's going to feel really bad. So I'm just going to let them kind of do what they want creatures-wise. And if it isn't a creature they play, then we can just bounce them all with the River's Rebuke. Scarab Guard, okay. So maybe we just Wrath of God here. Scarab God is pretty damn annoying. They can keep recasting him over and over again. But yeah, we need some more card advantage because that Scarab God is definitely going to screw us up. Being able to reanimate Risen Reef, it's going to be bad. Vivian, okay.
Every mutation displays nature's
So they've got themselves a blocker.
Every day is a new mutation.
So yeah, I'm happy to bounce the stuff to their hand here because I don't want them to go Vivian Reed minus Scarab God into something else. Yeah, we'll pass a turn. Having Deafening Clarion is pretty good because this will deal 3 damage to the 3/3 if they do make one, and then we'll get lifelink on our Smouldering Egg, which will transform. Okay, Cloudkin Seer. Looks like they're going for the route where they want to get more mana, which they do have. 5 mana open. I kind of want them to go for the Vivian. Yeah, okay, that's good.
A world of monsters.
That actually works out really well.
I love making new friends.
And luckily our Smouldering Egg has 4 toughness, so it survives this exchange. And we can also swing at the Vivian, taking it down. Pretty good.
Beaten, but not extinct.
And we can add the Smothering Tide to the field, which should make them think about what they're going to do. And we even have the Fateful Absence too. So they pay for that. So what do I want them to do this turn? I want them to cast their General, so then we can kill it immediately. They're going to go for Scarab God, so I guess we're going to still do that either way. Because the longer that's out, the harder it is for us to win. Okay, we'll go for the Hinata and just swing in here. We'll keep the land in our hand just to signify a mysterious card. They don't know what it could be. But we are definitely rated against time. They've got Scarab God, which has the 4 mana ability, so they can revive something now in the same turn they cast it. Yeah, Scarab God is very good against control decks like ours, because we don't have any creatures to kind of block it safely. We're going to have to rely on spells, but if we're not drawing the spells, then it's going to be very tricky. We don't have any creatures in our graveyard that they want to revive. So our graveyard is safe, but they do have a way to draw, and more things. Going for the Biogenic Ooze, okay. So it looks like they're going for the Flicker route. And then next turn they can go for Flicker plus Yarok. Yeah, that's pretty scary. Yep, that's really not helpful. So it would be nice to get a spell, please. Something good. They're going to be able to do a lot of things in their turn. So in response to us getting the treasure, they draw a card to draw. Are they going to pay for the Smothering Tithe, or no? They're not going to pay. Okay. So do they see the Thassa play pattern here? Interesting. So if they use Scarab God, then they can't use Thassa at least. Okay, so at least they lose a counter on that ooze, but they're going to get it back and another ooze. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. Oh, Magma Opus. This is the dream scenario, isn't it? So we'll deal 4 to them. Tap the... I guess we're going over the top anyway. Tap the land. 4 to them. Yeah, and then we also get the trigger from the Ashmath, so I think that's just enough. So unless they've got a counter spell, I think that's it. Oh, that was lucky. Saved by the Magma Opus there. Woo! That was pretty close. But definitely showcases the power of the card, even when you don't need to discount it. We go first against Ishin. Double attack trigger boy. See how we can do then. Yeah, let's go for this Shatter Skull coming in tapped here. So Ishin, whenever attacking, creature causes the triggered ability of a permanent, they control the trigger. It happens 2 times. And yeah, let's get some rampage going on with the Guardian Idol. Got a few nice spells here. Disdainful Stroke might not hit much, depending on how aggressive they are, but we shall see. Do I go for Hinata? Probably not the best idea, is it? If we don't have any protection for Hinata, then it's kind of a wasted opportunity. Agonizing Remorse, that's very aggressive. You don't really see discard effects like this much because it's a bit... Yeah, it's like some kind of unwritten rule, isn't it? This is a very competitive style card, discarding, but there you go. Everyone always discards that. Second time today. Looks like the Biblioplex might come in handy here. They're just going to discard our hand. Yeah, let's go for the Hinata. I mean, this isn't the kind of game where I can afford to just stall. If they're going to kill my stuff, they're going to kill my stuff. They're a Mardu deck. Mardu has the best removal in the entire game. So, we just have to use their spells, don't we? Dark Ritual. Okay. That's a lot of mana. 7 mana. Tybalt. Well, that is unfortunate.
Oh, trust me, you won't miss it.
That is very unfortunate. But, saying that, we can use the Guardian Idol to kill the Tybalt. So, you could ask the question, was the 7 mana spell worth it? You know? We shall see, won't we? And they look at Guardian Idol in disbelief. So, go for you, General. Go on. Welcoming Vampire. Sure, that's probably worth exiling, actually. Yep. I don't want them drawing cards, please. Midnight Clock. So this guy, if he gets counters on it, he can destroy stuff. Fair enough. Yep, let's just pass the turn here. I want to get the Midnight Clock out because this is the best thing to refill our hand, essentially. Skyclave Relic. Kicked, so they can have a lot of mana here. So again, they're really playing around the disdainful stroke. So let's just put a counter on the midnight clock. This guy needs 2 counters to destroy art or enchant. So let's hope we're not a victim to this just yet. Beacon Bolt's pretty decent. So we can start with the Hinata and then Beacon Bolt their dude. Nice. I do wonder, you know, if we're ever going to be able to get this out of our hand, which is annoying because we want to activate the Biblioplex. But if we're just going to get stuck with this in our hand, it's going to suck. Suck. I do like this card. I just, the artwork is really weird. It looks like a horse has run into a head crab from Half-Life. Selfless Samurai. Whenever a samurai or warrior attacks alone gets lifelink, sack this to give something indestructible. Okay. Sure. Ooh, we can bounce that thing. That's fantastic. Let's do this kicked. Boom, boom, pow. So, bounce both of these boys. So much wording. And then we create a dude, don't we? Lovely. Wow. So it's -3 for that. It's pretty good. Oh, actually this is good because if we keep the unexpected windfall, we can discard the disdainful stroke. And yeah, it's quite fortunate. The dive down is going to save our butts, so let's hope they try and remove our guy, and then we can just go boing. So here comes Ishin. Weirdly enough, I've not seen anything with double attack triggers yet, apart from the Selfless Samurai, so I do wonder how many they have, to be honest. This is where they kill our Hinata in response to us using the midnight clock, isn't it? Or this is that moment where they just do nothing. At least pick one of those things. Yeah, maybe that was a bad idea actually to use the midnight clock. Huh. Oh, okay. I'm not sure if that was the correct application of that, but yeah. Weird one. Temple. So, 3 things in a graveyard. Let's go for the unexpected windfall first. Discarding the... Well, we've got a land now, so probably best to discard the land. Ooh, I wouldn't have thought. Lovely. So these tap for any colour, don't they? Yeah, this is cool with me. And then we've still got dive down and disdainful stroke. Question is, how aggressive do I want to be? Yeah, I'm going to swing. I'm not risking the block with this dude. Like, yeah, they can gain some life when they attack with the Ishin, but I'm almost at 12 clock counters on this. I'm going to redraw 7 anyway, so let's see what they do. I think they might have been better off using the Lore Hold command as a combat trick, because I wouldn't have known they had this. And then they could have swung in and I would have gone, haha, I'm going to block. And then when I blocked it with my 4/4, they could have gone +1/+0 indestructible. But they used it to draw cards, I suppose. So, lifelink doesn't stack, which is good. Feed the swarm. Oh no, they're going to go for the Whirlwind of Thought. Okay, fine. That is pretty unlucky, to be fair. Black has such few answers for enchantments and they just happen to have that one. Okay, sure thing. I suppose the upside is Midnight Clock can just put it back into our deck. Eventually. Ooh, Smouldering Egg, beautiful. So it's 4 damage. Let's try and target the Ishin here. Discard a card. We'll go for the Disdainful Stroke. They've been dying for us to get rid of it the whole game, so there you go. So that fizzles and goes away forever. Attack with both. Need to be aggressive. They've lost a lifelink now. So you can tell they're getting desperate because they're going to block for anything. And we'll pass the turn. So in our turn, we get a fresh grip of 7. We can also... Ooh, Croxer. So if Croxer's just going to come out anyway, we might as well use the card, right? Unless we wanted to save the 3 life, but... So we'll go down to 18. Damn, it's the opponents I played today, everyone's really good. It's quite terrifying, actually. I guess it's a bit of a... Arena acts like a filtration system, doesn't it? All the people seem to rise to the top who are good at the game. It's very rare that I face someone who's terrible. Very rare. But yeah, you basically have to always be on edge nowadays. It's not like playing Paper Magic when I used to do FNMs. Like, you'd have certain people that you dread facing. But it appears that everyone on Arena are dread facing. Down to 15. So, yeah, we might as well activate the clock. Sweet. Some nice cards there. Oh, okay. So that was the determining factor of me winning the game, despite the fact they knew that I had this, but they continued to play anyway. Strange. Alright then, moving on to the next game. We go first against Kai Wins Fury, so this is going to be an interesting old Jeskai matchup. I do like our starting hand. We could do the old bait and switch, so we could go Smouldering Egg into Time Wipe. Smothering Tithe could be pivotal in this game. We'll see. Jeskai decks are generally pretty scary. I mean, look at our deck. Our deck could be construed in that way. Search for Skanta. So, not sure what to do here. I mean, it's tempting to go for Hinata, but I don't know. Them having Search for Skanta is worrying, because that's such a powerful card. Let's try the Tithe before the Whirlwind. Wow. Okay, resolving Smothering Tithe is quite awesome. Interesting, so they want to play their turn. Midnight Clock. Whoa, they're going deep into the old artifacts and enchantments. Cool, let's go for Whirlwinds. And then next turn we could potentially draw quite a few cards here. Let's hope our stuff survives. If the Midnight Clock goes off when we have Smothering Tithe, we're going to get a lot of treasures. So they have to be careful there. This is going to be a game of chicken. If we're both similar decks with a major creature as the general but no creatures in the deck, then it's going to be about attrition. And Search for Skanta does that superbly well, and the Midnight Clock does as well. Okie dokie. So let's try the Pirate's Pillage here. We'll discard the Mountain because we're probably going to draw another land anyway. We get our own search. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, let's try and go for our own search then. Yeah, just drawing a card for playing a card is kind of wacky. Wash Away! Okay, they don't know we have Wash Away, so... you know... Who's to say who's doing better? I mean, they could just go for like a Planar Cleansing, destroy all non-land permanents, and then I'm in the same boat as they are. But to be fair, I do have the Wash Away with mana up, so I think we're in a better position here. Khan. Let's try and counter Khan because I actually can't deal with him right now. And if they do spend a counter spell here, then that's fair enough. Yeah, it's just way too much advantage. Drawing cards all the time. Sweet, next game. Opponent goes first with Edgar Charmed Groom. And yeah, White Black Vampires. What more can I say? Traditionally speaking, Edgar's pretty good against control because you can kill him, comes back, makes loads of little dirtly guys, which is even worse for control because then you have to have build wipes all the time. Our hand would be perfect if it wasn't for the lack of red. But we have the Day Judgment, so I'm keeping this. Board wipe against aggro. Awesome. A reason to keep your hand. So turn 1, creature. They're probably going to have this going on for every turn. So they're going to play 2-drop next turn, another creature, 3-drop, and then Edgar. And then that's the perfect curve. So if you don't have a board wipe, you're screwed. Guardian Idol. So they could go Edgar next turn. Oh, we get the Sulphur Falls. Sweet, so we could even lightning bolt something. See what they go for. Maverick Fane. Okay. I'm not going to use the bolt on this. How many does this need to attack? Attack with 3 creatures, flips it. Sure. So do I want to be greedy? Do I want to be greedy? Maybe I'll just go for the midnight clock here. Yeah, go for the midnight clock. It is a bit greedy. I should probably have just used Devlin Clarion there. Just so you know. I advise you to do the same. Or, it could be ballsy. Ah, you see that. I knew this was going to happen. They attack with 3 things, and then this is going to flip. Sure thing. We can wait a bit longer still. Fire of Heroes. Sure, maybe we shouldn't now, though. Maybe this is the time. Yeah, I think this is time. Just take out the stuff. Yeah, it's getting too much. With the Fire of Heroes, they can just get more vamps out of the deck. And at that point, it's not looking good. Edgar. Oh, that's a spicy move. So yeah, they sack Edgar, comes back as the Coffin Boy, and then they can search the library for a vampire, put it into play. Sure. Okay. Okay. That's fine with me. We'll wait another turn. We could take a bit of damage here. Pyro of Heroes is kind of scary, right? Like, they could eat this and get a level 6. Or CMC 6, sorry. And it just keeps going up and up and up. Turn to 14. That's kind of crazy, right? 4-4 into an 8-8. Please, please play more creatures, please. I insist, Sir Edgar. Oh, this is delightful. Come on, one more. Aww. And they didn't want to upgrade one, which is odd. Ooh, Brazen Borrower. This is Sorcery Speed. Okay. See what they got. Can they make the creatures indestructible, perhaps? Nope. And do I just want to bounce this? Nope, because then they'll just get it back again. So go for Captain Lannery Storm and see what happens. They could make a 1-1 and block. They could make a Guardian Idol and block, which is fine. We just kill it with a bolt, I guess. It's not like we're just going to kill the Edgar anyway, because they're just going to get this back. So kind of don't want Edgar to survive, to be honest. Anything to just make it harder for them to... It's difficult, because this gives them so much advantage. Haunting Voyage. Return 2 creature cards into play. Whoa, that's good. Okay, so I guess we'll go for the Hinata. So if we want to target this with anything, we have to discard a card, don't we? Okay, so... maybe we bounce it, maybe we don't. This is grotesque. Okay, we'll pass the turn. We'll see what they do. We really want the Midnight Clock to go off because it just gives us a whole new grip. Edgar is going to be pretty annoying as well. So what's the best thing to bounce? Maybe the Westgate Regent? Because otherwise they're just going to recast the Edgar anyway. No, I'm going to bounce the Edgar. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, this Westgate Regent is crazy. So powerful. So powerful. We just need a way to kill some stuff. So they're going to get yet another CMC 5 into play. This synergy is insanity. Vona. Yikes. Okay. Alright then, so we definitely need a good card. Or two here. Okay, so... okay. They're going to be able to use the Vona. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? If we go to their turn, they're going to be able to use the Vona, which is definitely not what we want, is it? We have got the Wrath of God next turn. So let's deal 4 to this. Yeah, we have to kill the Vona. Tap the Mavrin. And I guess the land. Yep. So that Vona would have killed our guy, so just had to be done. This just had to be done. Keep these back to block. And we have to discard as well, which is unfortunate. Can we survive another turn? That's the issue. Gonti. Oof. They could basically win the game here if they get rid of our Hinata. Wait, that's not a vampire. Flavor break, flavor break. It's an Etherborn rogue. Okay, what have they got? Anything? This Wrath of God is going to be immense. That's all I know. Right, so we're going to block here just because we're going to use the Wrath of God anyway. So there's no point in just taking 8 for no reason. Although we could have used Synergy of Linvala plus Wrath. Ooh, Heliod's Intervention, that could be good. But first, swing in. Double block, okay. So, how much is this to activate? It's 3. They've got 2 mana open. So, first things first, we definitely want to destroy the field. 4 mana left. I think we destroyed the 2 cards there. Yeah, we can't sustain the amount of damage output that has. Okay, so we're both at neutrality. They are at 24. Oh my god. They just stole our Shock Typhoon. That's pretty bad, isn't it? But saying that, we can just finale for x equals 10, so eventually. Okay, so I guess our next challenge is to build up to the finale, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Elders Reborn. Oh my goodness. If that's the case, I might as well phase out Linvala then. Right, they're getting really lucky here. So... oh yeah, this is the issue. We can't actually cast Heliod's Intervention because it would be x equals 0 on the stack. Oh, that's so unlucky. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. X equals 8. Well, I don't know what to do. They're going to make us discard, and then they're going to resurrect something. Okay, fine. We'll go for Hinata, and then we can flash in the Brazen Borrower as well, and then we can double block. Yeah, so we'll get rid of the Deafening Clarion here. Yeah, so we get this guy in. Triple block. And then, yeah, we make all of our guys indestructible. And it's annoying that we have to do that, but we have such little life here that we have to basically do that now. Unbelievably, they stole us. Yeah, the Shark Typhoon is certainly swinging things. Here comes Edgar. Okay, so we've got 3, 4... Can we do X equals? Let's see. If we target... yeah, we'll target these guys. Although that's not scaling that well, but I guess it's... yeah, it'll be fine. So, Magma Opus. Kill the Edgar. Tap those two. And then will give us lifelink. So yeah, the lifelink is going to be important here. So we get another Magma Opus, 4 damage to the face. Tap some more stuff down. This is a pretty crazy. So pretty much a comeback here, isn't it? Although 4 lands is a bit buggery. Possibly the best Magma Opus cast I've ever seen in my entire life. And we're going to gain 7. Unbelievably, we drew 5 lands. That's actually pretty ridiculous. What's the best thing they can get? So they went for the Westgate region. Okay. Kaya. Oh dear. Okay, this is... oh no. As if that one turn.
When you can walk through walls, ghosting.
Wow. That's an insane turn they just had there. So, okay, let's go for the Temple first because we need that to scry to see something on top. River's Rebuke. Okay, we win the game. Insane. And we get the Shark Typhoon back. Oh, baby, that was a freaking tough game, I have to say. GG, though. This is the moment where the opponent is not happy, unfortunately, but it happens to all of us. So yeah, I'm probably just going to fast forward this bit. Or not. Okay, fine. Finally realises the demise that they just witnessed. Okay. Oh, that was tough. Hi guys, welcome back to the end of the video. This is where I just quickly talk about what I think about the games I've had today. So it's pretty plain and simple. Hinata is a really powerful general because they just tax your opponent's spells that target you, make yours cheaper. What more could you want? Reminds me a lot of Augustin the Fourth in Commander, which is kind of a toxic card to be honest. This one feels very similar. The spells on the deck are all targeting spells, so make sure you include those if you're making a deck like this. Stuff like Magma Opus, mega powerful, probably the best card in the deck. Casting that for 2 mana essentially is insanity. But yeah, if you like the look of the deck list, it will be in the description below. So yeah, give it a go and have a see how you think of it. See how powerful it feels. Definitely one of the top decks at the moment, I think, out there, and it can certainly hold its ground. And as you saw, something as simple as River's Rebuke is enough to just end the game, even after a long game. It doesn't feel very sporting, I will say that though. It's a bit of a feel-bad card, but sometimes blue X decks just need it to kind of restore the balance to the force. So yeah, drop me a like, drop me a sub, and stay tuned for the next video. Tell me what you want in the comments below, and I'll see what I can do. Until next time, bye!
If you enjoyed watching this video, why not try some of my other videos on my channel? And don't forget to support me by hitting the like and subscribe button for more content like this.